Welcome to the Central Illinois Business Leaders Podcast, where business owners, thought leaders, and community champions from across Central Illinois come to share their story. The Central Illinois Business Leaders Podcast. Anything less would be uncivilized.
What's up, Central Illinois? It's Derek Hayden here with Garrett Ulmer. We are your hosts for the Central Illinois Business Leaders Podcast. We are bringing you the BIZ Tips #2 episode, where we bring you tips, tactics, concepts that you may be able to use within your business to help grow your customer base, gain visibility in the marketplace. Last time we talked about video, Garrett. I think today we want to talk a little bit about some of the tools that are free or at least inexpensive that we utilize to help produce video.
Absolutely. So today we're going to talk about video tips and stuff that is, like Derek said, cheap. And we like cheap. Most of the stuff that we do use or have started using before we pay for it is free. So I'll just kind of start off. And I know we talked a little bit about it the last time, but one of the tools that I use the most often out of anything is Vidyard. And I utilize the free platform, I guess. In some ways, I am cheap, so I like free. But the free platform offers me as much as what I could utilize. There are some services that you can gain as far as analytics if you want to see a few more things in depth by paying for it. I don't think the fee is too much. Derek, do you know what the fee is
For
Vidyard?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but it's not that much more expensive than free.
Yeah, exactly. So if you missed our episode, the last one, Vidyard is a video platform that you can utilize several different things. You can send video emails, video texts, any way that you want to send a video, record a video. Vidyard is something you probably definitely want to check out. Derek, what do you utilize?
Some of the things, so when I have a video, a lot of times what Garrett and I will do is cut that into shorter clips.
Yep.
So if you have a 10-minute video, but you've got maybe 4 topics that are short 1 to 2 minute clips that people will consume on a more regular basis than a longer video, we'll cut those out. And the tool that I use that's free is called Kapwing, and that is spelled Kapwing. So you can cut your videos into smaller pieces, and as long as that finished cut up video is under 7 minutes, it is free to produce that with Kapwing. And again, Kapwing is the name of that resource. So I use that quite a bit when we're producing those shorter 1 to 2 minute videos that we post on social media.
Yep. I tell you another one that I utilize quite a bit, and I want to say that's one of the first things that we used and I still utilize is Splice. Another one of those free services out there. So if you decide to make a video on your phone, let's just say before you wanted to upload it to, say, YouTube or Vidyard like we just talked about, it gives you several different ways that you can edit that. You can add music, you can add context, text to the video. So it's another free service that it's got a ton of tools that updates frequently to add newer and better things. You can add pictures into it as part of the video. So several different features to Splice that I generally enjoy using and very user friendly. And it's an app that you can download on your phone.
Another one that I use is Clipscribe. So this one does have a fee. I think it's $90 for the lifetime of use. It's either $90 a year or $90 for your entire life. So Clipscribe, what I use that for is a lot of times when you see videos that have captioning, so the letters or the wording of what people are saying, that's what I use Clipscribe for, is it puts in the captioning for you. So you upload your video to Clipscribe, and then it produces the wording, so people who are watching the video, they can read along. A lot of people will not even, if there's no words with the video, they may not even stop to watch the video. A lot of people, with 2021, with a lot of technology going on, people may be watching a TV show, or they may be watching videos while their spouse is sleeping next to them and they want to be quiet. there's just a higher likelihood. I think it's a 300% difference between videos with captioning, without captioning. There's a 300% higher chance that person's going to watch the video if it has the captioning. So ClipScribe is what I use to put that in.
Derek, you were answering that very politically correct. I will say that. I will tell you, one of the main reasons I think is we've become lazy as a society. We don't want to move around any more than what we have to. Like you said, generally it could be several different reasons, but for the most part, a lot of people will not click on the video just to hear it. We've just moved away from that. So I mean, adding the text to the video while that's being played, I mean, that's huge today. And like you said, the upside to that is you're going to get a lot more attention by adding that caption in. That ClipScribe, for, like you said, for no more than what that cost is if you're going to do some of your own videoing editing, that $90 is not that much money when you look at what you can utilize from that. So another one is Zoom. We use Zoom all the time, and we have access to Microsoft Teams, through our employer, but we still utilize Zoom quite often. There is a free platform. Typically, you can get up to 30-minute videos for free. If you want longer than that, you can join it. But Derek, what is it? 15, $16 a month?
$14 a month.
$14 a month if you want to utilize Zoom, and great platform, easy to use. Typically, it's extremely easy to send the meeting off to an individual if you want to have a virtual meeting with someone. So Zoom is by far one of the things that we utilize quite often.
Yeah, another tool that I'll just tell you, this podcast, we utilize Anchor, Anchor. I think it's anchor.fm is what the website is. So Anchor is basically a podcast, I don't know, hosting website, I guess you would call it. So we upload all of our podcasts to Anchor, and then Anchor goes and schedules those for when we want them to be produced or pushed out to a podcast platform. So we record it via Zoom and then schedule it through Anchor. So Anchor is free. There is a paid version you can get. I don't know what all the tools that you receive with the paid version, but another cool thing that Anchor does is if you gain a lot of viewers, if you gain millions of viewers like Garrett and I have over the past, however long we've been doing these, you can get paid for having sponsors. So sponsors will actually search for podcasts that are getting a lot of views, and then they will sponsor your podcast. You just have to record a commercial and, highlight their company within your podcast, and you can get paid for doing that. You get paid per view. So
yeah,
it's kind of cool.
Yep. Another one that we utilize is YouTube, and obviously you can pay for several different things to do on YouTube, but YouTube is good, and we've used it for sending videos in the past as well. And what's nice is you can block who sees it. So if you're making it for just a specific individual, you can make it non-public, so the whole world doesn't visually see that video. But what's nice about that is you can also there's no paying for the analytics of that. You can see how many times that individual has watched that video. So YouTube is another good one that sometimes can be maybe a little daunting, I want to say, to get started on it. But once you get used to using it, it's pretty user-friendly and simple to use as well.
Yep. I think the last one that I'll talk about is Calendly. That's Calendly. So we do all of our podcast guest scheduling through Calendly. And I also personally use it for scheduling meetings and allowing people to see openings in my calendar. So what it is, it's a scheduling app. So you can coordinate your schedule. I have mine coordinated with my Outlook calendar, so I can send the link to a podcast guest, and they can go on and find a time and day that works best for them. They can schedule it themselves. We've got it set up so the meeting link is set straight to the guest, so I don't have to worry about generating a new meeting each time. So that is something that has helped me not have to coordinate a bunch of stuff on my own. I send the potential guest a link. They find the date that works for them, and it's scheduled, and we both get a link and notifications of when it's going to be held. So Calendly is a good resource.
Yep, for sure.
That's about it, I think.
I think that's all I got, man.
Cool. All right, Central Illinois, thanks for joining us for BIZ Tips number 2. We appreciate you following along the Central Illinois Business Leaders Podcast. And until next time, you all have been officially civilized. Take care.
Have a good one.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Central Illinois Business Leaders Podcast. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/CIBL podcast. You can also follow us on LinkedIn. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It's the civilized thing to do.